Are we going to get back into these old products? Stuff like, for example, that I reviewed almost 20 years ago? Who knows? But why? Why is old tech new again? So, this article here kind of goes through why that is the case. And as always, I will link to the source or sources down in the YouTube description below. And now that I have your attention, if you want to throw a thanks back in my direction, you can very easily do so by doing what is above here: like, share, subscribe, comment, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. So, our lives have become very digital, haven't they? Every day we're looking at a screen, our smartphones, our tablets, our laptops. We do it home, we do it in between home, and we do it probably at work. And well, thank goodness we don't do it at sleep, but maybe that is coming. I don't know. We will see when people get brain implants. Wait for it. It's definitely on the horizon. People's digital lives have gotten completely and utterly out of control. So maybe just this is one reason people are trying to get really reclaim ownership and agency of their digital lives. Now, retro computer building and all the rest of it has been around for quite a while. So this is nothing really new, but the accessibility to old parts is all over the place. The parts are cheap. They are somewhat flexible. They're simpler to understand, modify, repair, and well, you can get hands-on with them and really understand how how components work. And there is something to be said about restoring something and making it work, and while doing it, being creative. Now, of course, modern cutting edge technology is very complex. And unless you're a billionaire and you have a very, very smart head on your shoulders, you're not going to get into it. And it's basically inaccessible to most of us. And that's another reason why people are getting into all this retro computer gear. Now, there are a couple of other reasons, and these are huge in my mind, why people are going back in time to these old devices and old software programs is subscription models. Almost everything these days has a subscription model, and if it doesn't, it soon will, unfortunately. I hate them, and you probably do as well. However, well, we're forced into them these days by companies, and of course, we know why they're doing it, because it brings in lots of coin. The other one is planned obsolescence. Beyond what I just talked about, you could repurpose old hard drives for new storage solutions or build entire media servers out of old parts, giving you full control over your content. Then there's the whole world of hacking old tech, which is basically just modifying it for completely new purposes, or really digging into its guts to see how it works beyond what it was designed for. We're talking about modding retro systems too, like replacing capacitors in an old Commodore 64 or adapting them so they can connect to modern HDMI screens. And for those who like to get hands-on and creative, you can even try writing simple basic games, which gives you this awesome tangible learning curve into coding. Or for the truly dedicated, you can design custom PCBs and 3D print your own enclosures for projects, or even go as far as building a fully functioning 4-bit computer from scratch using just transistors and other individual components. Now that's showing some serious technical agency. A big part of this too is salvaging old parts from discarded electronics like RAM or old CPUs, which feels like a direct rebellion against our disposable culture and all that e-waste. It's about giving things a second life.
Designing a hard drive with a window is not as easy as you might think. If this were simple, more companies would have it, but to date, Western Digital is the only company that has a hard drive with a view.